Stalling.
Stalling.
Hello, and welcome to an episode of Star Wars Rebels Review. Today we'll be talking about the second episode of the first season of Star Wars Rebels. That's my impression of every Star Wars fan. Anyway,
Wow.
no, that makes no sense. They're not Werner Herzog. What's his name? Werner. What did I say?
Werner
Herzog.
Werner Herzog.
You are the Mandalorian. All right. Today is actually a Star Trek
You
Discovery.
are the Mandalorian.
Yes. Give me some cookies and I will give you some milk.
They had that was one of the things about this season and the Mandalorian previous to this season that I thought was funny, that they both had like these huge kind of art house directors playing playing characters on their shows.
Oh, yeah. David Cronenberg and yeah.
And
Okay.
Werner
Werner-
Herzog was on the Mandalorian.
Werner Hershey's bar or whatever. We're doing right now is actually what we're doing is a Star Trek Discovery commentary. Sorry if you're expecting something else, but you know the title is there, and the four people who are going to watch this already know the deal. So hope you weren't thrown off by my deception. But this is season 3, episode 12. There is a tide.
There was a tide. I'm queued up and ready to go, PJ.
The tide is. I almost hit end broadcast just then for some reason
Oh
instead of
shit!
queuing up my video. Well,
And
it
you
would have
can't
prompted
restart
me.
it.
Well, it would have prompted me a second time.
Oh, okay, that's true. It does.
Can you restart it though?
No. Once you end the broadcast, it closes that node in space time. Like in AI, you can only bring his mom back once.
Oh wow! Wow! All right.
Owen Wilson. Oh wow! I can't do
Wow, Loki, you're a pretty interesting character. So, do you
Oh, yeah,
enjoy hurting people? All
that.
right.
Wednesdays are so exciting now.
And he's like,
Yeah,
"Shut up, you muley Quim. I am Loki of Brodenheim or where the fuck,
Broheim.
Broheim." All right, you got your episode queued up.
Yeah, but you didn't do the vote rack.
Oh,
vote
who
track.
cares? Let's skip over it.
Okay.
It doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen every time. We gotta shake
No,
it
it
up.
doesn't.
It's like when The Simpsons doesn't do their couch gag. All right, countdown starting. 3, 2, 1, go.
Previously on
You
Star
said-
Trek Discovery.
There you go.
Be quick, Ensign. Come nightfall, the ice.
You know what I kind of
Vessel.
enjoyed about his character is that in the second episode, he's so like kind of intimidating and ruthless and evil. By the end, he gets his, and then the next time you see him in this episode, he's just a shitty little henchman.
Yeah.
He's basically Osiris' little fucking lapdog.
Also, I'm surprised you're not on a rant about how they gave away that he's on the episode in the recap by showing him in the recap. It's like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
remember? We want you to remember this guy.
It's like if they ever show. No, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, they do. They show they show Jonathan Frakes' name in the credits. Yeah, they give away.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. There was I forget what episode it was. I don't know which show. It could have been Picard or Discovery, but I think it was pretty sure it was Discovery. Somebody's name was given away in the opening credits, and it was a surprise. Who was that? God damn, I'm forgetting.
Space battle. Fake space battle. Federation. This is really nice. That was a slow pan The ship went by slowly. It was nice.
Hmm.
This version of Discovery I love. I actually want the model.
Hmm.
They managed to actually improve the design.
Altarian spider. If you let the vampire in, then they have control.
She's that character
I
is
like this woman's makeup right here.
yeah, but they've come on the show before. I think she's another character that was on Picard in the short treks, I think.
Yeah,
Uh
but
yeah.
this and possibly Osira as well are examples of not being able to move your eyebrows. Like it would be you can't do it. It's like one of those makeups where like no, they tell you like
Oh, I just
don't
noticed Osira's eyebrows don't move. Wow, you really now I'm never going to stop seeing that.
it's the same thing with Klingons. They have eyebrows, but where the
Oof.
eyebrows are on like the actual ridge of the skull, you can't make that a thing. Like they try to do it. Like I think one example is Star Trek Six. The Judge, his eyebrows flex,
Mm.
but what happens there is that then the cranium, which is supposed to be hard, looks like rubber.
Botox
But
also makes you not able to raise and lower your eyebrows. So maybe some of these actors could have Botox. Just kidding.
yeah,
But I mean, actually, it is true about
that's why
Botox.
Caitlyn Jenner can't speak properly. It's true. Like she's had so much fucking shit injected into her lips.
Shout out to Braxton who's here. Yay. Braxton, by the way, just to give you a timestamp, we are at 4 minutes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, around there. So queue up. Doing good, Braxton. Oh, Rin's gonna get squished.
This why even the couriers don't fly in here.
Whoa.
It's like these
I like how his
corridors.
ship can turn into these different configurations.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I
That
I thought that was very cool.
that's the kind of like forward thinking that you need in the far
Future
future.
tech.
But like I said, everything here is like I don't know. They've been stuck in time for a few hundred years, I guess, because this seems.
Only 120 years, but still, yeah. That space shot's nice. No.
Oh my God! Did she? That's not good.
You would think Vance would know about the siege of Bensis 4.
Yeah, really.
Maybe that's
So
why he's hesitating. Oh, they do this maneuver.
it's like they're gonna let Guy Fawkes in. He's planning to blow up the Parliament. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. It's like Book's
This is
voice.
this is
No.
like the one time you can't argue with this because they always fucking leave that door open.
Yeah,
It's
really.
always open. So you can't be like, "Oh, why was it open this one time?" It's
So
because it's
I guess the shields don't do shit then.
it did. Did you see it burned up his ship? Like it they had to force their way through it and it like kind of like
That's why you
it
need a
messed up
door.
his ship. Yeah, that's why you need a door.
Well, then their plan wouldn't have worked. So I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. Like no one can argue that it was a Disco's always leaving her doors open. Her back door is always open.
Well then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chad Rubel edited this episode, and he's pretty cool on Twitter. He shares a lot of his process and things like that.
He liked my tweets, so I like his editing now.
That's all it takes,
I'm vaguely
folks.
aware of him, yeah.
That's all it takes.
I like how the writers of Discovery are sending out tweets where everything is misspelled and they have bad grammar. No,
Is that so?
I'm
Is
joking.
that
I'm
what you
joking.
get? I was like, wow.
It's like they use then when they should have used then. I'm like, you
Oh
write for a
yeah.
science fiction show? I know.
I
I've
I've
seen.
made that
I've seen
mistake.
how
It's easy to do on Twitter because you're like just you're not thinking
it's
and
net. It's. I don't. I'm not personally. I don't see how people could make that mistake. There are two
I
different
don't make
words
the mistake in my head. I know it, but sometimes actually it's the autocorrect does
Oh, okay, that's
it
different.
screws you
That's not
over.
you.
Yeah, but you should always read what you wrote. You know what I mean? Like before
Yeah.
you should. And I never. And sometimes I don't do that. So it'll go out, and then I'll read it once it goes out, and then I'm like, ah, shit, fuck.
I've
Sometimes I
n-
do delete tweets and then
I've
redo them
never
if
in
I
my
feel
entire
strongly about
life
it.
confused then with then. Never.
No, I've never confused it. I've just Twittered it wrong because of that. Because the computer thinks I meant the other way. It can't tell.
Yeah, that's not your fault though.
I know,
That's
but
not
you
you.
won't know that. The person reading it on the other end just thinks I'm an idiot. Like no one
But,
knows.
but, but,
There's
but
nothing
I
that
don't
tells them
understand
autocorrect
why
fixed
the
it.
computer would change it from then to
It
then.
just
That
does.
doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense. That
it
never
does do
happens to
it.
me. Like, when is
Huh?
why? How? Why?
It happens.
Why would they do that? What's
Yay!
what?
Look, it's Kenneth Mitchell. Oh, by the way,
Okay,
Jonathan Frakes is the director of this one.
yeah. Uh, I've seen people who like very prominent on YouTube who are very well spoken and well written and write good scripts and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about Sean. Who do the then and then thing quite often in their tweets. And I'm like, are you doing that to specifically annoy people who don't like that? Because you're a smart person, I want to say to this person, but you keep making the then and then mistake. I don't get it.
Sean,
How can you be so smart?
it's super easy to remember if you think of it as than is used in comparisons
Yeah.
mostly. Like I like Kenneth Mitchell more than
Yeah. I don't like her accent. It's weird.
oh PJ whenever he sees then used incorrectly on Twitter.
I lose my fucking mind.
He's cracked his screen 50 million times.
Then I write a Caecilian opera about it.
Wait, this one's what Andorian opera, right? Look, see, the ship's like fucked up, but it'll be fixed pretty quickly because of the programmable matter on the inside. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about that.
He just said tosser. I took it off a tosser.
It's great that Tosser survives into
I
the
think that would be a
32nd
word that
century.
would.
It
Yeah,
would, I
tosser
think
seems
so
about
too.
right. Like asshole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love their little love lights shining. I love you too. Oh my gosh, I love you too. Ah, you see, this stuff gets me every time. I'm a sucker. Ah, one of my arms is now frozen all the time.
Like then THEN is an adverb used to divide and measure time.
Yes,
Detective
that's right.
McNulty makes a mess, then he has to clean it up. Not to be confused with then, most commonly used after a comparative adjective or
Yep,
adverb,
that's
as
what I
in
said. That's
Rhonda
what I
is
said,
smarter than
man.
Jimmy. Now that's from The Wire. It, part of the reason I fell in love with the show The Wire is because somebody is schooled on the difference between then and then, like a detective uses it improperly, and a judge has to correct him, and he goes through the whole spiel about like the difference. I'm like, I love this show. So what's going on here?
Uh, this is when there's a lot of boring stuff. Why does Osira want to? What is her game? What's she up to? I don't remember it being very clear why
Well,
she's what her motivation was and
well,
all that stuff.
well, yeah, I get it, but THAN. Stop. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's done.
The thing is, Sean doesn't listen. He only listens when he's on. He told me he's like, I
No,
only
I
listen.
actually said it wasn't Sean.
No, I know, but it
Sean's
is.
not.
No, I'm just
Sean doesn't make that
he's,
mistake. I've never seen Sean make that mistake. Sean knows better. This other
listen.
person I'm
I
talking about, I'll
learned
tell you
English.
off camera.
Oh, okay.
And they
Listen,
do
I
it. They've
learned
done it like
English
3 or 4
correctly.
times, and I'm like, you're really smart, and you have good YouTube stuff, and you have great like well written stuff, and you keep doing that.
Wow.
And I think they're doing it just to annoy me because I pointed it out one time. I did, and I'm thinking like, are they doing it to try to get me to say something again?
That's probably what's happening. They're antagonizing you.
God, she's such a
Ooh.
wimp. That wouldn't hurt at all because I'm a
She's
man.
done this a lot of
I can
times.
take a lot of pain.
She's pulled shit out of her legs like a few times now, right? She had a thing in her leg in season 1.
If I had a thing in my leg like that, I would be bawling. I'd be crying. There'd be snot coming out of my nose. I don't want to live anymore. I have a hole in
Thank
my leg.
Thanks Ruben
Act,
for the love.
Action stars always like they fight through it, but here she's genuinely hurt. I mean, when you get it like deep in the leg like that, it's gonna fuck up some muscles in that area.
Yeah.
So like even like putting any pressure on it would be
Oh, look.
this the
The
nog.
nog, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go full screen. I feel like there's something coming up.
I can't take pain at all. I'll tell you an example. I had a hangnail and I kind of tore it off with my teeth,
Oof.
right? And I know that thing where you take it off too much and it hurts and it
Mm-hmm.
stung. Didn't bleed, but it stung, right? This is what I did. I put a fucking band-aid on it.
That's smart.
That's how big of a wimp I am.
I'm the same. You could get like an infection from just a teeny weeny thing, so it's good to cover shit up.
Oh my god. Maybe I didn't put the band-aid on sooner. Perhaps I'm already infected. That's my
As long as you have all
Osira
your
impression. I have what you call a lazy British accent. It's not quite British.
and I hope they do. Baby.
And you know where I pointed out like the eyebrow thing? It further goes to the whole like it looks like a mask type of vibe.
Yeah.
Where like it's
Now I'm
hard for
paying
them out.
attention to everyone's eyebrows. Like he's not moving his eyebrows. No one moved their eyebrows on Star Trek. It's weird.
Sonequa is doing some of that now.
No, I know. I was being exaggerative.
You were being
Exaggerative. Hyperbolic.
hyperbolic.
Thank you.
There you go. That's a fancy way to say it.
Hyperbolizing.
You were being hyperactive.
I was a hypo spray.
Um,
Oh, look, we
can-
see a little Andorian language there. Or maybe no, that might be Orion language up at the top of that little display.
on the day you want to infiltrate.
I remember being disappointed that the Vulcans didn't show up. Right? They don't show up. It was who shows up at the end? Do they show up?
Who shows up?
Who shows up
Wh-
to help them? No one, right?
Serana and Laurel. And oh wait, that was last season.
I don't remember, but I think Navarre. Yes, Navarre does come to help them. Then I was happy because I wanted that. I don't
Yes,
remember.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, what I was disappointed is that we didn't get to see the Navarran ships up close. That's what it was. I like the callback to TOS when they do the multicolored lighting in any of the scenes, like where you have blue reflecting and red.
Yeah. Burnham. Remember, everybody was like, "This is Burnham," but this is like Die Hard with Burnham. Where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's an homage to Die Hard,
The
I
bike
guess.
helmet guys, the
Just like
nihilists.
Starship Mine, remember?
They're the
That was-
nihilists from Big Lebowski.
I can't remember that.
Look at that guy on the right. I mean, that guy on the right.
What's your timestamp?
It is. Hold on. 18 minutes, 20, 21, 22,
What is being
23,
said right now?
24. Aye, sir.
Shall we?
Shall we? Yeah, exactly. You
Okay.
nailed it at the exact time. Why? Why'd you think we were off? Because of something I said?
No, I was just checking.
Just checking. Okay.
Sometimes this will like not freeze, but it will like I don't know. It kind of freezes, but it
It
does that
buffers a
thing where,
bit. Ooh.
but it does that thing where it speeds up to catch up to where it should have been, type of thing. So I'm never sure.
That's interesting. I have seen that.
Oh, this is
This is actually really clever. I liked it. I like the crew working together, even though it took 3 seasons. Like to have a scene like this.
mm,
We've had some more scenes like that, but yeah, season 3 is finally where the rest of the crew starts to get more moments.
did
Owo
Reese
never
just
got.
talk?
What's that?
Did Reese just have a line?
I think he did.
Oh my
Reese
god!
and Bryce,
Oh
they
my
both
god!
talked.
Oh my god! Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's. I don't know who this girl. Who's she? I haven't seen her before, or have I?
This new person here. We thought she was gonna die. We thought she was gonna be a red
Yeah,
shirt.
it's like that's certainly the one who would. It's like in any situation in a TV show where it's like the one person who's we don't know, like they're the disposable one. Unless it's Tashi R, then it's like, whoa, what? You just killed the main character, one of the main characters.
There's Eli again.
Yeah, Eli, he's not allowed around schools for sure. He just stares. He stares at people. He's like He just stands on street corners and just gives that stare.
That's so creepy.
And like he doesn't say anything, but like the mother's just like, I have to call the police. I can't deal. I can't deal with this fucking guy.
By the way,
just
this is
staring.
something they stole from Babylon 5, I found out as I've been watching the show. They had a psychic core, like a core of psychics. Did you watch Babylon 5, PJ?
I watched some of it back in the day, so no,
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I spoil it a little bit?
I don't care. I'll never.
Well, anyways, they attended meetings, these psychics, and they would tell you if the other party's telling the truth. But there were like all these like strict rules about what you could disclose and what you can, and it was cool.
Kamina.
Kamina.
It's like like
Kamina.
that entire sentence is American up until the end of the word Kaminar. It's like, did you send him to Kaminar? It's like, okay. It's a consistent accent. I can't argue that. It's just weird.
I think it's called Mid Atlantic, if I'm not mistaken. But
No, Mid Atlantic is more like this.
I think you're supposed to have a Mid Atlantic accent.
How the hell does that go, mister? Don't mess with me, sonny boy. I'll give you the old one too. And if you keep pestering me, I'll give you the old 3-4 as well. Those are my feet.
That's how you talk normal when you're not on the air.
You damn skippy.
When you're in the village. When you're at the docks.
Well, the docks or the local market.
Market. I like that. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of that. Those stretch days and stuff. It's good. She just has like what I would call a flat mid-Atlantic. See what we are. They're the best of what we are. She like she does. She has a mid-Atlantic accent. There, I've nailed it.
Well, she thinks she's the cat's pajamas now, but back in the day, Joe, only 10 years ago, she was a whore down on Main Street, sucking all kinds of things for any change.
Only 10 days ago. She cleaned up her act in 10 days. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Braxton says he's a mid-Atlantic person. You have an accent, Braxton. You have a mid-Atlantic accent. That's true.
Listen, don't crack wise with me, sonny boy, or I'll put you over my knee.
Some people can detect my Floridian accent. There's definitely a nuanced. It's a nuanced thing.
Floridian, it sounds almost like what they put in toothpaste or something.
Oh my god, it is fluoride, Floridian. That's funny.
No boy, this is the way it really sounds. It's
It's nice that Ken Mitchell got to also do a performance out of makeup because he's been under makeup in all of his other heavy makeup, mind you, as well.
And it's good that they kept. Well, I don't know if it's good, but like it's cool that you have this actor who's played. He played Cole
Shaw,
Cole Shaw,
Tanavik, and that's it. And then
now
this
this
character.
guy.
Yeah.
And throughout every season. Do you think
yeah.
they're gonna? I don't know if it'll be this character, but they might find a way to bring him into the next season. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I hope Ken Mitchell can still do it. His condition is very tragic.
Yeah,
He has ALS.
I know. Yeah, it's.
This is a very good scene between these two guys too.
Yes,
I like Anthony Rapp
This
in
was.
this.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the character's name escapes me, but Ken Mitchell's character.
Oh, Aurelio, this character.
Aurelio,
I think his name
yeah.
is Aurelio, yeah.
How they deal with him, and like even in retrospect, I like it even more because it kind of shows. I think you pointed out, or somebody pointed out, that it shows that like way back when this first aired, that it shows that Osira to some people may be looked at as like a genuine savior, and like the nasty
Right.
side of her that we see is probably not something that she projects to gain
her
trust
people.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And it becomes clear that he definitely has the wrong impression of her.
Right.
And he's actually kind of like taken aback, like, oh shit, I didn't know you were like this. I knew you were like the way you are, but not this bad, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of another reason I got mad that they just killed Osira off, because she just started getting interesting, right? Like right at the end, they started adding these layers of, shows
Yeah,
make choices like this all the time, and that's fine. You have to either give it, you take it or you leave it. I wish it had gone different. I would have liked to seen her antagonize them a little further. Maybe not to the degree of like a
Mr.
whole
McLean. That's
season.
basically what's going on here. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's I mean, I found her okay, but again, like I didn't care if she went or lived or whatever. I mean, what I'm thinking now, it probably would have been more interesting if she escaped,
Yeah.
left it open to bring her back at some point. But I think they were done with her. I think it was like her, the syndicate, him, all these people were like just they can be eliminated this season because they're never really going to be relevant ever again, I guess.
Look! She's doing the Kirk thing, PJ.
Yeah,
I wish she
I
had said
have
it
had
too.
enough.
Enough
Yeah, it would have
of
been,
you.
that would have been so meta.
Ah.
Looks like you've won this round, Mr. McLean.
It would have been really cool to see Sonequa say those lines too. You're right. It would have been very meta. It would have been meta. Something to put in the memoir.
Yes.
Quite. It's so meta. Many Floridians sound Southern, but you don't. I'm told
You don't
I can.
understand. I want my memoir.
I'm told I've heard the Southern accent. You're right. There's a lot of Southern accent going on in Florida, but I've heard it so much growing up that I feel like I can comfortably slip into it. But I have to be around other Southern sounding folk. It's hard to just do it.
Well, isn't like the Florida accent kind of like this? No, wait, that's not right.
Ironically, it's
trying to-
probably a true Floridian accent. It depends because you have to go back to the earliest settlers came from New York, or Boston actually. So I don't know. It's a weird. We have weird. Florida has a weird accent history. It just depends on the northern part of the state is a more southern accent, and the southern part of the state is a more northern accent. If that makes any sense. We're upside down.
My mother did an impression of a cop down in Florida when she got pulled over.
I'd like to hear this
And
impression.
he was very aggressive, like very scary dude. This cop, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like the way he was acting, and like you wouldn't know if she was gonna like hurt somebody or something, right? But what happened was she had failed to pull over right away, like right away, and the cop pulled her over. He's like, she didn't understand what he said at first, which like irritated him. But what he said was, "Ma'am, you are required to pull over." Blah blah blah. And what threw her off was that he said, "Ma'am, you are acquired," and she didn't know what acquired meant.
But
He was saying
he meant
required.
required, but she heard
You were acquired. But man, you are required to pull over when the police car's behind you.
That's really good.
You are
That is
required.
actually- that is a really good Florida. One of the accents you'll hear in Florida. It had the Florida nuance to it.
It's probably the only time I've ever heard my mother do an impression of anyone.
Now we know where you get it from, PJ.
No, my mother's not a comedian.
Um,
She's a damn hard worker though.
it's accents are not just for comedians. Actors have to try to do accents, right?
If there was a plane crash and it was me and my mother would be the one to survive.
What actor? Wait, wait. Your mother would be the one. She's just like super robust.
She's just tough. Tough.
Cool. My mom's like that too. Salt of the earth. Here's to moms. Cheers to moms. Osira was not a mom. That's why she's such a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. That's such an awful thing to say. Osira's not a bitch.
No, she's a poopy pants.
She is a poopy pants. I think she's a bitch in a good way. That's why I didn't want her to die.
I think she's more of a slut.
It's like she's like an Elton John. She's like an wow.
Well, she
I did
was
not
on the corner just 10 days ago, sir.
That's right. I forgot about that. Oh my god. There's a continuity to each episode of Boat Wreck, guys. It's awesome. Uh, I hope my back got fixed because I laughed so hardy just now.
You're like, laugh so hard, it's like, crack, pop, and you're like, oh, wait, that feels
Oh
better.
shit, that actually kind of feels good.
Wait, they took Discovery and her watch? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
PJ's like, you're.
I was mishearing everything.
That's funny.
Yeah, Book is great though, isn't he?
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah.
Not bad to look at, either. No, I'm just. Uh,
No, it's true. You're right. I agree with that. I
but
second
but the
that.
the key thing with casting him was he had to have chemistry with fucking Sonequa, which sorry, Shazad, you didn't, and that wasn't necessarily your fault as an actor, I guess, but it was just the way the character was. And but when you look at her relationship with him compared to Book, it's literally like night and day. And I was like you said earlier, this disappointed you as well. They could have fucking went somewhere with Tilly and the Andorian.
Oh yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
like, how logical would have that? Then again, like I said, I pointed out, it's
Yeah,
like
there were a lot of
a couple
ironically,
working together all the time.
even though this is, I think after, especially after doing this watch along, I think this is my favorite season of Discovery. But it did have a lot of disappointments as well. But it is my favorite season though, still, despite that.
You know what I think they don't do, which is probably impossible to do with television scripts. I remember my cousin was on a TV show. And he used to get the scripts, and I used to read the whole episode for like months and months before it would air. And it's like you. Not only did the actors not know really what's coming a lot of times. Now he wasn't a big actor on the show; he was just a little actor. I was so jealous of him because he was a kid like me, and he got into like a TV show. I'm like, you fucking asshole. He got money and he got paid a lot. And fucking asshole. Anyway, he still brings it up to like people he meets. I was on a TV show that you can't get. It was called The Gullages. It's about taxi cab drivers.
The Gullages.
Yeah.
This is another really great freaking scene. I was almost starting to get tears in my eyes just from like I wasn't really listening to what they were saying. I was listening to you, but
I'm sorry about that.
just no, that's fine. I kind of have a natural aversion to silence, but sometimes when you're doing a watch along, you're just watching and or listening. But no,
I sometimes do it. Like I'll be listening to one conversation while speaking, and I know the gist, or sometimes I'll just focus on one
yeah, I've
thing and
seen this
forget the
enough
other.
times where I know what's going on without watching it intently. I've watched it too much.
So
Rin is
book
a
book is obviously in season 4, right? That's not goes without
yeah,
saying, right?
yeah. Rin is such a good Andorian character. We had, I think this is
You
the
know,
first Andor. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to say they made the same mistake with him that they made with Cornwell.
Yeah.
You could have
Why
had
does there have to
Cornwell
be a
live and
sacrifice?
then continue on in Strange New Worlds.
Why do we have to have sacrifices? Why do people have to die? Let's
Yeah.
have a little escapism, you know?
Yeah, like the
I
build
know
up to
it's
this and like the execution is fucking
yeah.
so well done. Like when he starts going like, "We came to the future for you, and you're doing this to me." But her
It's
decision is logical. You can't. You can. We can get annoyed at
this is
at
so
like
good.
what
Like
she's
oh
doing,
wow.
but she's making the right call. He knows it too. He's like he knows this has to happen. That's why he's so desperate to like
That
get
looked
out
like
of
a
it.
ballet the way it was choreographed, and like that was a beautiful scene. Jonathan Frakes and
Yeah,
the cinematographer.
it would have been
That
nice
was
with
super
some
cool.
Sia music, you know.
I think so. Actually, no, no.
Chandelier here,
Let me.
here. Whatever that song is.
But no, that scene I never noticed this before. It might have to do with the whiskey, but it looks like a dance. It was beautiful.
I get what you're saying there. The way it was blocked,
Mm-hmm.
as they would say.
And it evoked Star Trek 2 a little bit for me as well when Spock, you know, uh, neck pinches Scotty. Oh, and Dr. McCoy. Remember, that's something.
Braxton McNeil says book is great because that's the transatlantic, the mid Atlantic accent. What is the
the
transatlantic?
minute,
What is that? It's
those
like a
are the
that's
accents
like
of
a
people that live on cruise ships.
okay. Yeah.
It's like a mix of European and North American. Like hers. She's she's transatlantic. That's it. That's her accent. Did we miss talking about the this apple is shit
The
scene?
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did. We
I'm
missed
glad
it.
I didn't like any of that. And it's not that basic either. It's not like it's literally made of shit. It's just there are other things. I mean, it's all just magic, anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's best not to think too hard about it,
Yeah, I know. It's like
PJ. Nature does that automatically, actually.
I don't know
All
who
of
it was,
our.
but somebody talked about that eating shit thing that Admiral Vance says as like the writers or the creators eating shit for like everything they do with the show.
Oh
Like,
no.
like we plan and we plan and we work so hard and we always have to eat shit.
In
I,
Florida, in South Florida, eating shit means wasting time.
oh
So
really?
you can eat shit with your friends.
Oh god.
It's true, people do. In Miami, it's an expression. I try not to use it, but I hear it a lot.
I love the expression shit eating grin.
That is a good one. I use that one. I feel attacked right now, Admiral Vance.
He should have said you can't afford an accord.
I wish he had said that. He's such a good actor.
Gosh.
They're doing good. They're doing really good. They're good.
Admiral Va-
Good.
Admiral
Good. Good.
Vance Admiral Vance is a good addition.
Yeah. Now there's gonna be a bloodbath. Oh, is this the episode with the the amazing Charlie and the Amazing Glass Elevator? They use Wonka
Yeah.
vision to stretch out the discovery.
No, no, that's the finale. That's the next one.
Yeah. He's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, there's
That's like the first time he like noticed that he's like, "Oh, that's not what I expected."
and even I forget the guy's name. She said
Aurelio,
it.
Aurelio.
Aurelio. No, no, the other one.
Oh yeah.
Even he was like, "Wow, you're kind of showing your true colors here, aren't you?" See, that's a good point. It's like
Yeah.
people don't see this side of me apparently.
Look, I like how there's red on her now when she's doing that. It's cool.
And red always means evil.
Or just it looks good against green, right? Red and green.
they should have gone a step further and made her actual eyes turn red. And they're like, "Whoa, you're really evil," and I know it for sure now. His eyes are cool.
Yeah. Sometimes I try not to look too hard because contact lenses sometimes like um
Stand out.
stand out. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
They don't look as natural as real eyes. Like her eyes are real. I think that's really her real color of her eyes right there. I don't think she has contacts at all. But
I had a cool job for a little while that I did. It was a freelance gig where I had to digitally change people's eyes manually across like a
multiple
thousand frames
frames.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
love
then
Book's
send the
reaction there. Like,
yeah.
it's like I knew that guy. Like that was a. I wanted like after that I was like I'm done with her now. Like I don't like. I never liked her. I mean it's just like wow you're just you killed the interesting character. The interesting new characters like they bring Nan over from the Enterprise, right? And then they get rid of her, and they bring in Rin, and then they get rid of him because they know like oh shit we're still paying the guys who play Detmer and Oishikun and Reese and Bryce, right? So
Right.
like we can't have too many new people because we'll just keep pushing them into the background. Hopefully they get bigger parts in season 4. Oh god, this
Well, if
is
the show, as the show goes on, like I'm getting used to this kind of like, you know, long game approach that Discovery seems to be taking, and so hopefully, I feel
the end.
confident. Like I'm already into the show enough that I'm like, all right, by season 7 there will be like
Oh
really
Jesus
good
Christ, no! Season
stories.
7.
No, I'm just saying by season 7 it's gonna be an
Michael.
amazing. It'll be like the most amazing season of Discovery by then. They just keep getting better every season, and I like that.
I like that whole like bubble thing and
Hmm.
being the way that works.
This
Um,
is where Geek and Review was afraid I was gonna do my programmable matter simping.
I just want the ancillary characters in the show to become supporting characters. I don't know if that means the same
I
thing. I
think
don't
that
know.
could happen. Yeah, I think that will happen.
And they've shown a little bit here and there, especially in the Mirror Universe one, and that guess doesn't count. But Reese is a fucking strong dude. Like he can take out some motherfuckers because he just choked that guy out in 2 seconds. And
It's cool.
which kind of Reese themselves are like the tough ones, and you don't see Bryce can like they can all fight, but I think just subtly they've shown that Owishikun and Reese, and not only because they fight well in the mirror universe thing, but like in this, like and in like little examples, like the earlier scene, I found the fighting a little bit blocky, like a little bit slow. You know how they do that thing where if you watch the behind the scenes of something, it looks like they're moving slower than they should, but on film it looks normal. I don't know if you noticed that.
Hmm. This is cool.
Oh
There's a cool scene
no.
because just before this though, they were really doing a good job of like teamwork kind of scenes, and I like it. I like Tilly being in charge.
Mm.
She should be in charge more.
This is so cartoony.
So the sphere data now lives inside all the robots.
They're so desperate to sell toys.
I
They're never
haven't
gonna
seen a
have.
single toy. I would have bought
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I would have
it's not.
bought a. I would have totally bought a. What are they called? Dot sevens. I
It's
think those
called
were the dot tens or something like that.
it's called lack of interest.
I would buy it. Eagle Moss, make the dots. Come on, let's do it.
So, guys, what did you think about that episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just okay? Like me and all of Discovery. Okay.
Okay. Um, it was a good build up to the finale. I liked it. I get it a little bit better now. Watching it with you, I also learned a lot about just everything, as one does. But
You're
especially the difference between then and than. They're even
you're
said differently. They're even pronounced differently.
it's true. Um sorry. Uh yeah. Solid episode for me, says Braxton.
Super solid.
Yes. Um
Oh, the next one has like a who's this dude or person? No, what is going on? It's Adira.
Adira.
That's right. Adira saves the day in the next one. The next one's cool. I remember it being good. Are we gonna watch it tonight, PJ? Are we gonna keep going?
Um can you, or
I can. I can do it.
I might have to be a little quieter because it's late.
Oh, do you want to save it for tomorrow night? Like, be fresh.
No, I mean we're almost there, so
Let's just do it. Let's just go the distance.
all right, 15 minutes. Give me
All
15
right.
minutes.
I will go the distance. All right. Here we go.
All right. Join us for the season finale of Star Trek Discovery. Maybe
That
20
hope is
minutes.
you,
I
part
need I
two.
need to give my computer a little rest.
Ooh. Yes. That's still fine.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right.
And if you're not watching it live, then just click on the next thing in the playlist. All right.